So Conor McGregor was at the Day of Reckoning pay-per-view, the boxing card with Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua, Bivol, all them sorts of guys, and he was in attendance and he got interviewed, and he said that his patience is wearing thin because he's been trying to get a fight since, well, I mean, pretty much July of last year, since he could get cleared to come back, he's been pushing to fight, and the UFC just aren't giving in to his requests, which it's going to be frustrating for the guy. He's not got much left in his prime, if he is even in his prime. Like, he's like, what, 34 years old? They've wasted so many years of great fights we could have got out of Conor McGregor by just keeping him on the sidelines. Like, the guy wants to fight. You're meant to. Dana White says, we offer these kids free fights a year, and if they don't, if we can't get them a fight, then they get a guaranteed amount of money. Like, he says all this shit, but Conor McGregor says he hasn't been offered anything. He's been pushing to fight, openly pushing to fight multiple times on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, he just keeps going on every interview. He's like, the man just wants to fucking fight. Like, give him what he wants. Like, I generally believe, and I know this is going to sound very controversial here, but I generally believe they're doing a massive disservice to Conor McGregor's mental health. The man needs something to do. Like, you hear it a lot of times about fighters. You see Volk saying he needs a goal to focus on and all this stuff. Conor McGregor is fucking itching for a goal. He wants a fucking name. He wants a date. He wants to be in camp. He wants to be preparing for someone. He wants purpose. He's rich. He's got a family and everything, but he has that drive in him, that competitive spirit where he wants to go out there and he wants to fucking fight. So get him a fight. Like, this isn't even the first time the UFC have done this to Conor McGregor. Let's not forget 2020. He wanted to make that the most active year of his career. He was pushing to fight everybody. Then he beats Cowboy Cerrone. And then, because of COVID, he doesn't get a single fight. They won't book him for any fights because they want there to be a crowd for it. You just wasted a whole fucking year of this man's career because it's apparently not good enough. Like, you fucking serious? Like, I don't know. They literally wasted a year of his career there. Then he breaks his leg. And now they're not even letting him come back when he wants to. Like, he should be main eventing UFC 300, if we're being honest. Like, it should be set in stone. It should already be announced. It should be Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. Like, that's it. That's all that needs to be done. But for some reason, there's all these complications. Like, what is the fucking hold up? The man wants to fight. He's itching to fight. He's the biggest star in the sport. One of the biggest stars, like, in sports all time right now. Like, he's one of the, like, you ask a random person off the street, they won't be able to name any UFC fighter, but they'll definitely fucking know who Conor McGregor is. He's just a massive name. And they're doing him such a disservice. Like, he doesn't have much left of his prime. You could have got, like, 3 fights out of him during 2020. You could have got, he could have come back last year. He could have had, like, a fight in December, November. And then you could be talking about him having another fight in April. Like, you could have got a whole bunch of big fights out of him. You could get, like, he's going to guarantee millions of pay-per-view buys. But instead, they're just keeping him on the sidelines like he doesn't fucking matter. Like, it pisses me off because I could imagine how frustrating it is. Like, it's not Conor McGregor's fault that he's such a big star that you guys want to put him in, these big stadium shows and all this sort of stuff. He's a big star. Like, why is he being punished for that? They're punishing him for being the biggest star in the sport, for putting, helping the UFC grow even quicker than it originally was. Like, I don't get it. Why is he being punished for being a great talker, a great star, an entertaining fighter? Like, why is he not allowed to stay active? Why is he not allowed to get that competitive spirit out of him? Like, it is just a fucking joke at this point. Like, you'll let the most boring fucking guy fight 5 times a year because they don't bring in any pay-per-views or anything like that. But the biggest star in the sport isn't even allowed to have a fucking fight booked when he's been itching at the bits. Now, obviously, this is Conor McGregor, so maybe, there's a bit more to the story. Maybe he's not telling us. But the UFC keep going on and on about how they're meant to offer 3 fights a year. 3 fights a year. We offer these kids 3 fights a year. And Conor McGregor is constantly, over and over again, saying they haven't offered him anything. There's been no offers. There's been no dates. He was in talks to fight in December, didn't come to fruition. He was in talks to fight in April. You know, maybe there's a chance we're in December that so there is still a chance this could happen, but just get him a fight already. Let him fucking do what he wants to do. He doesn't have much time left. Like, he's what? Let me check. He's 34 years old, I believe. Is Conor McGregor? 35. He's fucking 35 years old. What are you guys doing? He's literally leaving his prime. You could have had him fight Chandler in December if he won at welterweight. You could have had him fight, like, I don't know, you could have... Jorge Masvidal said he would come out of retirement for a Conor McGregor fight. You get McGregor to beat Chandler. You can get Jorge to come out of retirement. That's a big fight there, a winnable fight for McGregor. And if he beats Masvidal, you could have had him fight Leon Edwards for a third belt or something like that. Like it could have been a massive, massive year. You could have had massive pay-per-view after massive pay-per-view. The Chandler fight's going to do millions. The Jorge fight would do millions. A third belt, it would, if Leon Edwards was to win, he would be a bigger star. People would actually know him. It's just beneficial to have McGregor fight because everyone's going to tune in. You're going to have all your big prospects on the undercards, your Ian Garys, you know, because he is Irish. You could have a bunch of Irish fighters, build that fan base there. You can have Jack Della Maddalena on the card, you know, Muhammad Makayev, like all these people the UFC want to push. You could have them on the undercards, and then these guys are going to be more recognized. These guys you want to build up, these good fighters and everything, people are going to know them. They're going to be household names because people are like, oh yeah, that's the guy who fought on the McGregor card. I'm going to keep an eye on that guy, you know. But instead, you're just completely wasting Conor McGregor's prime, his talent, like what he has now. You're completely wasting a draw, and then when McGregor's going to come back, he's going to come back. He's going to be throwing punches like this fucking slow. He's going to be in there. And then it's just going to be boom, boom. Like, he's just going to be so slow by the time he gets in there. They're wasting this man's, whatever fucking little bit left of his prime he has, it's just been wasted on the sidelines. Like, if I was the UFC, I would have fucking pushed him right in there for December, November, get him in there, get him on a card. Hell, I would have done a New Year's fucking card in December for him. You know, have a New Year's Eve card for Conor McGregor or something like that, like a second pay-per-view in December. Like, who the fuck would say no? You know, there was plenty of opportunities, but instead, there's just nothing for Conor McGregor. He's just, you know, he's destined to waste what talent he had left. And it's a fucking damn shame, man. It really is. It does really piss me off. Like, I just want to see the guy back. I want to see him fight. He's a big star. He'll bring in name value. He'll help pay-per-view buys. And you'll get more stars out of it. And if whoever he fights beats him, that person's going to become an absolute household name. Like, there's so many benefits to it. But the UFC, I have no clue what their beef is with Conor McGregor at this point. Like I say, maybe there's more behind the scenes that we don't know about. Maybe McGregor's asking for like $1 billion to return or something crazy like that. Or stocks in the company. I don't know. Maybe there is more to this story, but it's just a fucking joke to me. Like, just let the man fight already. Just let him get in there. If he loses, so be it. If he wins, awesome. We get more McGregor fights. The name value stays the same, maybe even bigger, and he'll do massive pay-per-views, and we can build more stars. But instead, you're generally ruining the UFC is ruining Conor McGregor's life. The man obviously struggles with his mental health because there's been times where he tags therapists. You know, you've seen him follow all these therapist pages and everything, and there's been tweets that he's deleted where you can just tell the guy struggles with his mental health. Like, the guy needs a goal. The guy needs something to do with his life. You know, he's not going to be here forever. He's not going to have an athletic prime. Like, that window for fighting is fucking nearing its end for Conor McGregor. Like, it sucks, but the guy needs to get this out of his system, or he's going to be like 40 years old, getting fucking chinned by Jake Paul in a boxing match. Let him fight his athletic fucking prime. Like, I don't even know if he even is in his prime, but he still has the athleticism and everything to fight. By the time he returns, he's going to be like 36, 37 years old. He's going to be so washed that it's going to be no fucking point for him to come back. Like, it just is an annoying thing. Like, we're not going to be here forever. Conor McGregor is not going to have that window to fight forever. He's going to be an old man eventually before we fucking know it, and he won't be able to fight. Let him get this out of his system. Let him fight. Let him help the sport of mixed martial arts. Like, I don't know, man. It just gives me a headache. It generally does. It fucking makes me... I don't understand the reasoning for this, but hopefully Conor McGregor can get a fight very soon because the man's itching at the bits to fight. And I know he looks rough in these videos and everything. I don't think he was on cocaine at the Saudi Arabia event because getting coke and drugs into Saudi Arabia is like fucking, finding the lost treasure of fucking Narnia or fucking, I don't know, some bullshit like that. Like, I don't think people realize how hard it is to get drugs into Saudi Arabia. You will get fucking executed and fucking stoned to death or shot or something if you bring drugs into Saudi Arabia. They don't play with drugs. So maybe he's just permanently like that. I'm not sure. Maybe he took it, did a line before coming to Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure. Maybe that is a possibility. But getting drugs into Saudi Arabia is generally a fucking hard thing to do. So I don't even think he is like coked up or anything. But yeah, I just wanted to add that point in there. But just let the man be active. Let him fight. He's a grown ass man. Just you're wasting. I don't get it. They're wasting his prime. Like, wouldn't they rather him just get in there, be active, get some pay-per-views? Like, I don't know. It makes no fucking sense to me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give this video a like. If it's Christmas for you right now, I hope you guys have a good Christmas. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Subscribe, give me your thoughts on this situation. Put on notifications. And I'll see you guys next time. Live streaming should start pretty soon. Maybe I'll live stream on Wednesday or Thursday or something, so keep your eye out for that. I'll just do like a MMA questionnaire or something. You guys can ask me some questions. We'll talk MMA, so it should be good. But yeah, let me know. Let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.